Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a little bit of a chill get ready with me. I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind for quite a while now, and I just feel like it's been like back to back to back new makeup releases. So I figured I'd put some makeup on and we'd chat. I'm still debating about which eyeshadow palette I want to use, so we'll make that decision when we get there. But I got some new products. So I have the Summer Fridays. This is the Shader Drops Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Milk Sunscreen, and I just got a little sample of this, so I figured since I'm doing my makeup, let's go ahead and test this out because I'm a little bit curious. I've been a little bit better about my sunscreen game recently, so let's just go ahead and apply that. But while I'm doing that, I will say I don't think I'm gonna spend too much time chatting about the products, but you never know. I'm a talker. Sometimes I can talk about a lot of things. And the reason I wanted to kind of film this video is because I wanted to talk a little bit about going from a full-time job to being a full-time mom and like a full-time YouTuber. I feel like it's been an interesting transition. I won't say it's been the hardest thing because it's really not, but it's definitely been a time for me to reflect on things, and it's a little bit scary because it's something that I never thought I was gonna do. So I thought maybe there were people out there that were feeling the same way that I was. So I just kind of want to talk about that, try some new makeup. So the first thing I want to try is this Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. This is the Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation, oil-free, and we've got 1 fluid ounce. So it says it's a lightweight yet long-wearing full coverage foundation with a breathable satin matte finish that looks like your best skin. So I wanted to try this because it's basically their first foundation that they launched, but they repackaged it. Because if you remember, they had like a little dish that you could like squirt the product into, and then you were supposed to apply it with a beauty blender. So I think that they probably realized that people didn't really care for the packaging. So I'm glad they repackaged it. I grabbed the shade 3.65N Tan Neutral. So it says it's a 24-hour wear, hyaluronic acid plus white birch extract, vegan. Sounds interesting. 24 hours. That's a big claim. Shade looks a little light. I did grab a fresh beauty blender just to try this out. This is neutral tan, huh? That's interesting. It looks a little light. I mean, on my hand it definitely looks light, but we'll see how this goes. Anyway, so I thought we should talk about this because for as long as I've lived here, as soon as basically I got to this country, I've been working. I worked the whole time I was in college. I worked, you know, after I was done with college. I worked and worked and worked. And so being employed full-time, making a paycheck, it was a big part of my identity. I was very proud of myself because I felt independent, and I really, you know, enjoyed having that part of me, and that's kind of what I, you know, went to school for and all the things. So I feel like my job was a big part of my life. It was a big part of like me socializing. I had coworkers. I'd also worked with my husband the last few years, so it was a lot. And then when I got pregnant, I actually ended up quitting my job, and my husband worked full-time. So it was fine when I was pregnant for 9 months because I got 2 part-time jobs. So I was working as like a virtual assistant, and then I also had a job outside of the home where I worked at a little clothing store in our town. And it was really fun because I got to dress up, which I hadn't had the chance to really do in the last few years because I worked in a warehouse with my husband, and it was fine. Like I still wore like all my colorful makeup and stuff like that. That part was fine, but I never got to wear like cute shoes. And it was so great when I was pregnant because I felt, and I mean I still do, but I felt so beautiful when I was pregnant. and so I could wear like all these like tighter fitting dresses that I didn't really do when I wasn't pregnant. So I wore like these cute little sundresses, and I was just like living my best life. I was filming YouTube videos every day because I had time to do that, and so it really felt like such a great time. And then once Freya came, it kind of switched again because I was now a mom. I was responsible for another human, making sure she was okay, making sure she wasn't getting into things that she shouldn't be getting into. And that has really taken up a lot of my time. And honestly, I will say I realized kind of, not that I was a selfish person, but I've realized, of course, so much, and some of you guys will probably laugh, but I've just realized like how much time you get to yourself when you're married but you don't have kids. Like, we have so much freedom. We could, you know, go out whatever time of the day. We could come home whatever time of the day. We didn't have to worry about, you know, schedules and things like that. And now it's changed so much because with Freya, she's still a pretty chill baby, but we do have to kind of keep in mind, like if we're leaving the house, we have to, you know, grab her a diaper bag, make sure she has a change of clothes. I realize this is like silly stuff, but it's just a lot. It's a lot that you didn't really know about, I guess, for me, because I never had siblings and neither did my husband. So for us, it's like being parents is like the first time we really had to be kind of responsible for another human, because neither of us had to worry about like our siblings or anything like that. So it's just been a very interesting shift, and I've had a little bit of a, I wouldn't say it's like an identity crisis, because I still very much know who I am as a human being, but I feel like it's just been such an adjustment, and I don't know that people talk about that, and I feel like it's hard because you don't want to be judged as like, I'm not grateful or anything like that. It's not it at all. But I felt like if I was feeling this way, there's probably other women too that have given up kind of their careers for the moment and gone to being moms. And I feel like it's almost old-fashioned in a sense, because I feel like so many people don't really have a choice right now. They either have to work as a parent, like both parents have to work outside the home because of just how expensive things are. And I feel like that dynamic changed again with the pandemic, because people were finding that, you know, daycare is so expensive that they would basically be working just to pay their daycare bill. And I think some moms or, you know, whatever partner realized that they were just working to pay for daycare, so they'd rather just stay home with their kids. So I do feel like a lot of people went to working from home, or they decided to be full-time stay-at-home parents. And just so you guys know, I'm saying moms, but realistically, obviously it could be man or a woman. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of stay-at-home dads, so please don't take it as me saying like only women can be stay-at-home moms or anything like that. But this blush is freaking gorgeous. Menagerie Cosmetics actually sent me this. It's the shade Best Buds. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I had to just say that out loud because I was on a train of thought. But anyway, being at home and having a baby is such a dynamic shift, because I was definitely one of those people that's like, oh yeah, you can totally work from home and take care of your kids. Oh my gosh, wrong. Like, absolutely wrong. I don't know how people stay home and watch their kids and work. I know that jobs I've had in the past, they say like working from home is not, you know, childcare. Like, they recommend that employees get some kind of childcare set up, and after being a mom for 8 months, I can see why, because I don't know how you would be focused on work and also be able to watch a child, especially in the situation I'm in with a baby. Like, she's now 8 months and she's crawling, she's getting into everything. Like, I was like, oh, like, you know, you hear about this thing like baby proofing and you're like, oh, yeah, it's fine, like, we'll baby proof. No. She definitely tries to open all the kitchen cabinets, all the bathroom cabinets. She loves trash cans. So she loves our recycling bin. She loves to like pull it down, and she for some reason loves to like chomp on the edges of our recycling bin. She loves to look at our bathroom trash can. I think I really need to like talk to my husband and be like, we really just need to get like trash cans with lids, because we just bought like, you know, for our bathroom we just bought a cheap trash can from Walmart, and now I'm like, no, she could easily be in there and either mess up the trash, which is fine, like I don't mind that, but heaven forbid she like picks something up from the trash and like puts it in her mouth. Like that's gross. So we haven't done that yet, but we've baby proofed. We had this like coffee table that had like, it was this big marble, like beautiful, or not marble, but granite coffee table, and it had the most pointy edges, and I was like, well, like I'm done. My whole house is basically like a baby emporium, which, like, you know, the cliche you see in the movies. Yeah, that's where we're at with this whole situation. But anyways, that all aside, I was definitely not a kid person. I was very scared to be a mom because I knew, I think, in my heart that like a lot of changes were gonna happen, not just physically, but mentally. And so I was afraid, and I don't mind admitting that. Some people that want to be parents, I feel like they have known their whole life that their goal is to be a parent, and they're like so excited about it. For me, I was really, really nervous because it's a lot of responsibility, it's expensive, and I was just like nervous for it. I was nervous for labor and all of those things. I did buy this. This is the Uma powder. I don't even really know how to use this, but oh, you just rotate it. I know. Ooh, that was really cool. Huh, it just dispensed a bunch of product. Anyway, so I didn't really know like what to expect, and like I feel like labor is like it's scary, of course, but now I feel like that's like the least of my problems. I've got way bigger things to, you know, not worry about, but just like be more mindful of. Like, you can get through labor and you're fine, but now is like where the real work is with like once the dust settles and now you're like raising a child. So I just feel like it's been such an adjustment. Some days I feel like, I don't want to say a loser, but I kind of do, and this is just my feelings. Obviously, I'm not saying that this is how everybody feels, but I feel like such a loser because I feel like I should be able to do more than I do now. Like, I feel like I should be able to do my YouTube. I should be able to take care of Freya. I should be cooking 3 meals a day, making sure my husband has lunch, and getting all the laundry done, and making sure my house is clean and my floor is immaculate, because I don't work full time. Like, what am I doing, you know? But it doesn't happen. It rarely happens. Right now, it's like I'm happy if I can get Freya fed, clothed, diapered, and do that well every day. Like, that's like where I'm at. And I really, really had to remind myself that it's okay for me to say to my husband, like, hey, like, you know, you need to watch her. I need to film YouTube, or you need to watch her because I want to just go to Target for an hour. And I feel like the burden is on me to do all this stuff, and I really need to like remember that it's okay if I can't get it all done. I think that for me as a stay-at-home mom, I feel like I need to do all this like home stuff, and sometimes I realize that I work more than a 40-hour job, like, because I'm with her all day, and then after work, when my husband comes home, I'm still trying to like clean up the kitchen, and like once they're kind of settled in bed and we're waiting for Freya to fall asleep, I'm still like doing the dishes and things like that. So I've had to like really kind of realize that it's okay for me to be selfish and for me to just not get to something sometimes and be okay with that. So it's been a lot of change, but all of this to say, I have such a respect for stay-at-home moms now, and I think this is just like me saying to the world that like, if you're a stay-at-home mom or you know a stay-at-home mom, like check on them, make sure they're okay. I know it, like for me, I feel so bad because I always was just like, oh my gosh, you're just like staying at home with your kids. Like why can't you get XYZ thing done? And I have realized girlfriend, it ain't easy at all. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I was thinking maybe if I was feeling that way, maybe there were people out there that were also feeling that way. Okay, for my lip combo, I'm going to use the Half Magic. But yeah, it's just been a lot, and I love this with the orange shirt. So anyway, I'm going to film an eye look in a separate video, but all of that to say that, you know, I feel so lucky because we found somebody that's a family friend that knows Freya. She works in the evening, so she's been so great, and she's been stopping by and helping out like a couple hours every week to watch her so I can film YouTube, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful that my partner understands that and is okay with that, because I feel so ridiculous paying somebody to watch her so I can film YouTube videos, because I'm actually losing money doing that. But it's so important to me. Like, I feel like I gave, not that I gave up my job, but I gave up that like career to be a stay-at-home parent, and I don't want to have to give up YouTube as well because it's so important to me. And I feel like my husband understands, but also sometimes he doesn't understand, like, you know, why I can't leave and come back. And it's just like, I feel like my channel is like finally picking up, so I don't want to just like completely abandon it, because I feel like it's so hard to build up momentum. So yeah, I feel ridiculous about the fact that I stay at home, but I still have somebody come and help me watch her. But I feel like it's okay for me to do that, and maybe putting that out there will give, you know, other parents that are stay at home that maybe have like a dream or something they're interested in that they want to do, maybe like give them the inspiration to try and figure out a way to do that. I'm so sad because my friend that actually watches Freya is actually going to college. I mean, I'm so excited for her. She's going to college, so we're gonna be you know, kind of in that phase of like, am I gonna be able to find somebody else to watch her? I don't know. Right now it just works so well because we've had this rapport with her family, so we know her and stuff like that. And she's so flexible with me. Like, literally the other day I was like waiting for a package to come, and I was like, okay, I'm waiting for this package, and then I want to film as soon as I, you know, and I was like telling her, like, with the way YouTube works, it's so nice when I can get something up that's new because people are looking for stuff on it and things like that. So it's really nice to have somebody that knows this and understands it. So I'm hoping though with Freya, she's getting a little older. She was going through like a phase at like 6 to 7 to 8 months where I felt like I had to be around her. Like, if I left her, she would cry. But now at like 8 months, she's getting really good about like playing by herself. So I'm thinking that I'll have the opportunity to be able to kind of like leave her in her pen, like her play area down here, and she can like play by herself, and I can like check up on her, and then I can film and like take breaks like that back and forth. So that's kind of my plan for right now. I have another friend that may be able to help me, but she's got a whole bunch of stuff going on as well. So I know I won't have the same flexibility as her. And like, honestly, like filming after my husband gets home from work is so hard because he's tired. I don't necessarily want to like just dump Freya on him. So, and also like family time for the three of us together is so important. So there's so many moving parts. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video kind of telling you guys where I was at. But let me go ahead and do this eye look that I'm planning in my head, and I will be right back to finish up this video with you guys. Okay friends, so I did my eye look. If you want to see how I created this look, you need to check out the Menagerie Sugar High palette video. I filmed it for you guys, and I just wanted to quickly round off my thoughts. But like I said at the start, I've been dying to chat about this because I feel like it's such an interesting topic to me, the way I have been feeling about giving up my full-time job to be a stay-at-home mom and be a, I guess, a full-time content creator. I still don't feel like I do it full-time because I kind of just do it in the pockets of time when my baby is like napping or spending time with her dad, or sometimes she's playing independently so I can get stuff done. But it's been quite the adjustment. So I would love to chat with you guys in the comments if you have any of your stories that you want to share. I know this isn't like my typical makeup video, but I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about it for a long time. I feel like if I'm going through it, there's probably people out there that are going through the same thing, and I just feel like this is a great community for that. So if you feel like you're alone, you're not. I'm here. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I will see you in a more makeup focused video very, very soon. Bye guys!